So this is the first video on the Hyper 7, and today all I'm going to do really is take the air filter off and then try and test the electronics. So let's get into it. So first thing I've gone and done is get rid of that horrible air filter. As you can see, it's gone now. I'm going to get a brand new one of those, the tube that goes with it. I've also cut the cable ties on the exhaust, so I'm going to chop those off, which are over there, and then I'm going to unplug the exhaust and I'm going to take the engine out so I can put it in a box so that nothing drops down the carburetor while I'm cleaning it all up. So I've just taken the 4 engine bolts out and disconnected the throttle linkage, so now I should just be able to lift the engine out basically, if it will come this exhaust hanger. There we go. I'll need to unplug that fuel tube from the fuel filter there. I'm probably going to replace all the fuel tubing as well. There we go. So there we go. Engine out. As you can see, the clutch bell is pretty rusty, but we should be able to clean it up okay. You can also see there, this engine has a back plate, so I need a starter box to start it. So yeah, Hyper 21.8 port. Seems like a pretty decent engine. I don't know if the glow plug works either, so I might just quickly check that. There's the inside of the car. Pretty dirty as you'd expect. I'll get all of this cleaned up. Looked at the pipe, and the pipe seems to be in good condition. There's no dents in it whatsoever, which is good. The engine turns over really nicely. I've just put some oil in the top, tested the glow plug, and the glow plug worked. Not great, but it glowed. And you can see in here the radio box looks like brand new. You can see the old 27 megahertz receiver in there is absolutely mint condition, so this car's clearly not been run in the dirt, if it has been run at all, which I hardly think it has. So I'm just going to try out the radio and the servos and check that they work, but obviously I'm going to have to get some AA batteries, or actually I'll use the hump pack, but I'll have to get some AA batteries for the remote, so I'll just get those and then give it a test. Right, unfortunately I couldn't use the 27 megahertz receiver, which looks like brand new because the remote hasn't got a crystal in, so I've just quickly gone and got the 2.4 gigahertz remote from my Hyper MT that I took out, because I went with the Fly Sky GT5, and as you can see, steering works and throttle works as well. Although that servo horn doesn't seem to be at the right angle, because that should be straight really, and the servo does turn way too much, so obviously the endpoints aren't set correctly. But yeah, all the electronics work. I've got the hump pack on there as well, so yeah, switch works as well. There we go, now it's off. Very good. The funny thing I wanted to point out is look how much bigger the old receiver is compared to the 2.4 gigahertz one. It's pretty funny how massive they were back then.